Yesterday was a bit on the gloomy side, but that's now past us. Other than, as you pointed out, that we had a few showers, not in this shot, but in a different one.
We found the one shower in Wind Mountain there where our transmitter is. There's a couple little sprinkles. We talked yesterday about, there it is,
about how, right on the glass, but it's clearing.
Yeah, how this was going to be a possibility, but I thought it sent the wrong message to put showers in the forecast. Because people, that's how people think, like, for sure.
If they see it, they think it's everywhere.
Yeah, I've seen it in my own household. It's like, it's going to be rainy today. No, that's a 10% chance of a shower. You know, so you learn those lessons, and most of us are dry today. We've just got a couple of pop-up sprinkles there, and as you saw on our camera, they're very quick moving. It was a sprinkle, then it's still sunny. Now, of course, these showers and sprinkles are heavily skewed towards population centers in Maine, so that may change the how it feels a little bit, but one moving on its way to Biddeford, probably just going to scrape into Scarborough, maybe Cape Elizabeth too, and a couple coming right through Sebago, where, of course, a lot of people are boating. It's a quick shower. You'll get through it very quickly, and on the backside it's relatively mild. In the 70s for the most part. We'll end up in the mid-70s in a lot of spots by later this afternoon. Notice the mountains are kind of stuck in the upper 60s to around 70. But the biggest change is that air mass change. It was very sticky yesterday, wiped that away completely overnight and into the early morning hours. Now dew points are in the 50s, which is comfortable, and in some cases 40s, which is really kind of refreshing, almost fall-like in a few spots. We'll build that humidity back in Thursday and Friday, and you'll start to feel that coming back into the forecast. So, you know, the small-scale model does a good job with a couple of isolated sprinkles that are out there. They continue through the late afternoon, but most of us stay dry. Temperatures again in the mid-70s. Tonight's a pleasant night, largely spent in the 60s, officially bottoming out in the 50s though by early tomorrow morning. And tomorrow's another nice day. It's very similar to today, a few degrees warmer, upper 70s, low 80s this time, and an isolated sprinkle is possible in the afternoon across northern Maine and the mountains. And this is as a front approaches, that kind of a dissipating front. So overnight Wednesday over the northern half of the state, especially an isolated shower into early Thursday, but then we go back to the sun Thursday afternoon, temperatures into the 80s, and again the humidity starting to bubble up a little bit at that point. So it's really just this weak front that approaches Wednesday afternoon into Thursday. That's the only feature. And then we build in some heat and humidity. Friday looks quite hot. We'll show you that in a second. And the weekend is looking overall promising. So here's the long weekend forecast, really kind of the same as we talked about yesterday. I think scattered showers around on Saturday, a little bit of a gloomy start to the long weekend, but then we clear out Saturday night, and Sunday looks good, and the 4th of July looks good at this point too. Mixture of sun and clouds right around 80 degrees. The hot day is Friday. If you can get the day off, have it off, and you like this kind of thing, could be into the mid-90s in a place like Freiburg and Lewiston and Sanford, and back into New Hampshire. And the coastline up till about Rockland will do pretty well in the 80s as well, and again with the higher humidity. So that will be the hot day on Friday. Storms likely Saturday. I'm not sure it's a washout, but it's just unsettled enough that it's going to be hard to plan around it, I think. And then Sunday and the 4th of July itself look good right now, upper 70s to around 80 degrees, overnight lows in the 60s, so a good stretch there.
And for the long weekend, Saturday, the least desirable barbecue day, but everything else looks good.
Yeah, and even that, like potentially, if you did a late one, it's almost like evening, you'd be fine.
Or you don't mind getting your hot dogs a little wet.
Yeah.
It happens sometimes. Thanks, Keith.